Do you ever rush to pick up a limited edition steelbook and then later find out it's just been re-released? In today's physical media news topic video, we discuss why limited editions don't really exist much anymore, why every studio and label needs to stop saying limited all the time on titles that aren't really, and then of course we got to talk about the future of limited editions and where I see it going next. So let's get into it. First, before we get into that, if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans where we watch and talk movies as the best part of our day, you're in the right spot. Your family here. Go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on the latest physical media and movie topics. And of course, leave in the comments below, what do you think of limited editions being re-released? And we have to talk about how limited has way less of a meaning today for collectors as it used to. It's just not as powerful and potent as it once was, because is limited really limited for everything now? I don't think so. I hear studios and labels throw out limited all the time on everything. Anytime they do a steelbook, guess what? It's a limited edition steelbook. It's an exclusive limited one. It's a limited run, whatever, limited this, limited that. Everything is limited, at least they say, but it's really not limited when you think about it. Because I consider limited, you have your run, it sells out, no more, you're never going to get it again. That's how I consider limited. But they just end up re releasing their limited editions. So is it really that limited? What I'm talking about here is we got all these re releases of the Sony Steelbooks. Come on, Spider Man No Way Home. When I was able to lock in the pre-order originally for that one and get it, I was so excited because it sold out pretty quickly. I'm like, awesome, I have this truly limited edition now in my collection, something to be super proud of. And then they just re-released it later. You could walk in like any Joe Schmo to Best Buy and just pick up another copy because it was re-released. They did that with a lot of their Sony Steelbooks. So was it really limited? Was the value really there? Also, Lionsgate be doing that. Come on. American Psycho, another one. I'm like, awesome. I got this cool limited edition steelbook. And then, oh, re release. And then they do all these announcements for other re releases, like Dread coming out, and all these re releases going to Walmart in the future. It's like, okay, well, are these really limited? No, I don't consider that limited. If you're just gonna keep re-releasing and re-releasing again, I mean, even if you put, "Hey, this is a second run of them or a second printing," somewhere small in there, I still don't consider it limited, okay? Come on, it's the same exact steelbook, pretty much, same art design, all of that. It's all the same, right? They're not changing much about it because they're not changing much about it at all. It is not limited, at least in my opinion. My thoughts on it, of course, I will have to hear your thoughts down below on what you consider limited or not. Now, sometimes things are actually limited by certain studios and boutique labels where it runs out, you're never going to see it again. That does happen, but the limited word has become so convoluted and mixed up between all these studios and how everybody just wants to slap it on their product as a marketing gimmick now. It just gets me a little frustrated. I just want to know, is something really limited or not? All right, getting into this mega rant now because I get frustrated by these non-limited limited releases because I know it's just a marketing play. They're sucking me in. They really want to pick it up day one, pre-order it, hit the stores day one, get these steelbooks, and they're not really limited. But fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. No, that's not how that saying works. Reverse it. But that's how they got us so confused with all their non-limited limited releases. You know what I'm talking about with these. I mean, come on, we see these additional reprints of these steelbooks. To me, that doesn't count as limited there. So they are false advertising, and I don't like that. I just want full transparency. I know it's business 101. Something sells out. There's supply, there's demand. We got to make more product because we want to sell more of it. But then it's not limited. If you're planning on doing that, studios, then don't call everything limited. That will not be a good thing in the long run. Why? Because you lose your reputation, you're not transparent, you become very gimmicky, and then we lose the excitement for limited releases. Like limited releases should be a big deal. You're a massive fan of a movie, you get a limited release, you're like, man, I have to pick this up now or I'm going to miss out on it. I want to be a part of this as a massive fan. But because limited doesn't really mean limited anymore, we just think, oh, well, we could wait on this one. They're going to re release it later. Why do I need a rush right now? Might as well wait for a discount. Might as well wait for a sale. It's going to come back around, and who knows, maybe at a cheaper price. That's why I don't feel the urge to pick up every limited edition steelbook anymore. Like when I saw Young Guns in Best Buy, I'm like, ooh, that's really cool looking steelbook, limited edition. But do I need it right now? No, probably not, because even though it's going to sell out, we're going to have more reprints later, I'm sure, announced at Walmart in like 6 months. So I don't feel the rush to pick up a steelbook anymore. Now I wait for discounts half the time, and I just know they're going to come back around. So I just lose that excitement for limited editions, and I think that hurts collecting in the long run. I just want full transparency from these companies. If something's truly limited, then go with that. Say limited. If it's not, I don't know, come up with a different term. Don't play us. Just gets me a little frustrated there. But now we got to dive into the future. Where are limited editions going next? All right, so looking ahead into the future, what's going to happen with limited editions? Well, I feel like studios and labels are going to keep slapping limited and everywhere they can, multiple times to try to sell their product. They know collectors love the word limited. We just, our mouths get salivating. They, I love limited, delicious. So they're going to put limited on everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff like their limited exclusive steelbooks. We already see this for announcements coming out the Walmart. But once again, I'm telling you, I don't think these are limited. They're going to come back around if they sell well. That is the key. You vote with your dollar. So it's just something for collectors to be aware of and be like, okay, even though it says limited, it may not actually be limited. So as a collector, is this a title I really absolutely need day one? Or is this one I can wait on? And don't feel the pressure. You have to pick it up because it is limited. Now, if you just want to pick it up because you absolutely love the movie, you need it in your collection day one, you're going to watch it, then go for it. All more power to you. But just be aware that limited now does not seem as limited as it used to be. And I think just being aware of that, because I think studios and labels will keep throwing around the term limited. It's going to mean different things to different people out there. And it's just something for us to be aware of. So I just know personally for me, as I shop for these limited edition still books, I'm really only going to pre-order the ones that I absolutely want to watch day one, some of my favorite movies, get it into the collection. That's all perfectly fine. But the other ones I'm kind of on the fence about. If I don't need it right away, I'm not going to pick it up right away. I will wait till it goes on a sale or it gets re-released later, and then maybe I'll pick it up. I'm not going to feel the urge to pick up everything limited because I know that's what they want us to do, of course. But yeah, just want to be aware of that and just how to shout this out. I thought this was a super fun, interesting topic. You guys are going to have to let me know that in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you think the limited edition word gets thrown around way too loosey goosey now? Or do you think that it's absolutely appropriate the way they are using it out there, of course, putting limited edition on everything, even though they get re-released? Maybe I'm considering limited wrong. You guys explain to me limited down in the comments below, of course. But on the way out, go ahead and mega blockbust that like and subscribe. You're going to stay entertained and up to date on all this physical media goodness. And then, of course, go ahead and turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new video posts. And then, of course, blockbust the next video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.